This screencast is a summary of the presentation we gave at South by Southwest of the new ExpressionEngine 2.0 control panel. This preview will give you a taste of one of the themes that will be made available at launch. Let's go ahead and log in and have a look at the new control panel homepage in this theme. Instead of being a collection of stats, the new control panel homepage divides tasks up into 3 different areas: creating, modifying, and viewing your site's content. This will help you and your end users more quickly get to the areas that they need to be able to modify and manage their site's content. We've also repurposed and reorganized the main navigation. We're using buttons now. You can still create your own, but the main thing is that we've reorganized the menus to allow you to be able to get access to the tools that you use without having to drill through as many layers. For instance, we've moved members to its own spot, and instead of utilities being under administration, they're now directly available under the tools menu. We've moved the site switcher over to the sidebar and given it a distinct look. This will help those of you using multiple site manager to more quickly and readily recognize which control panel you're in. Immediately below that is a spot for your site's logo. In this preview, we're highlighting Duo in honor of Veerley Peters from Duo that collaborated us with the design of this theme. We've added a control panel search to help you find things if you forget which menu they're under. And there's quick links, which you can customize. By default, we'll give you most recently edited templates, entries, and comments, things such as that. The sidebar itself can be tucked out away so that you can increase your workspace, and this state will be retained as you're browsing through the control panel, but the sidebar is always available to you anytime you need it. The design is also a liquid one, so it will be able to accommodate a variety of screen resolutions as well as visual acuity. Now, along the bottom here, you see I have some accessories installed. Accessories are a new area of the control panel that are simple files that you can create to be able to add information to the control panel for you and your users. As an example, I made one for South by Southwest called Feed Me, and it was just a quick one-off of an RSS reader made for ExpressionEngine related blogs. Might be something I might want in my control panel. Another example would be having videos in one of the accessories. Perhaps you make tutorial videos, and when I train my users, I always do so with Monty Python.
Albatross!
But what the accessories really let you do is to be able to add information to the control panel without cluttering things up. If I go to the accessories area here, we can see I can selectively uninstall and install accessories. Also, and this is placeholder content here, but you'll be able to assign them to individual member groups. Most importantly, you can assign them to a specific page. So if you make an accessory that gives instructions on how to use the publish page for a specific weblog, it won't clutter up the control panel on pages that it doesn't make sense. It'll only be visible to your user on the publish page. So that's accessories, and we think they're pretty cool. We'll go to the members area and we'll look at tables real quick. There's a lot of informational tables in the control panel. And so one thing that we're trying to apply consistently is dynamic filtering. As an example here, this is something desktop applications have had for a long time, and some web applications are starting to pick up on it. We thought it made sense to include it in ExpressionEngine, and that is dynamic filtering of tabular content as you're typing, so it will automatically filter for you. And anywhere it makes sense in the table, we'll be able to do this. Another table that's received a lot of attention is the edit table. One thing that we're doing is dynamic date range picking, and this is something that you can do with these quick little calendars here that will automatically get a from and to dates, save you a little bit of typing. But with the addition of the jQuery into ExpressionEngine, we're able to use the very powerful table sorter plugin with jQuery, where you can just click on a column and it will sort by that column. Now we can take that a step further, and you can see that here we're sorting by author. We have 2 authors, Tom and Jerry, that have posts. If I hold Shift while I click the title column header, it will actually subsort those titles while retaining our author as our primary sort. We've also added Ajax paging, so that when I click my pagination links, it's not having to reload the entire page. But something that's really cool about this is that my table column sorts stay active while I'm paginating through my data. Looking at the design area, templates, message pages, and themes are now all accessible from the same area of your control panel. This will make it easier for you to find and locate and modify the content that controls how various aspects of your site look and feel. If we go to the template manager itself, we can see an example of this in action. The template groups are on the left and the templates on the right, similar to the ExpressionEngine 1.6 control panel. However, we've added the ability to edit your preferences and your access rights in line. Instead of opening a new form to do this, you can modify your PHP parsing, caching settings, which member groups have access to a template, right here from the Template Manager. Lastly, we'll look at the Publish page, and this is the area that has received the most attention. This is what your users will be using most often. And what you're looking at now is the Edit mode. And when the Edit mode is on, this toolbar will be available that has access to your custom fields, tabs, authors, statuses, and so forth. You can even create new tabs. So if you want to add a new tab, we can do that quickly. And then this tab is available for you. Each tab is literally a blank slate, ready for you to drag and drop your custom fields and status, category selection, author selection, all those different widgets that combine to form the many options that are available on the Publish page. You now have control of where they appear and what order they appear in. By using these control handles that are on the side of each custom field or widget, you can select that and change the order in which they appear. And then you can lock that down so that users will all have a consistent publishing experience. Now, when I hide this toolbar, you'll see what most people would see when they're using the Publish page, because of course this is only visible to administrators that have access rights to do that. I want you to watch this little widget right here. This is a very simple effect, but it just is one of the examples of the level of detail we're putting into the new control panel. Did you see it slide out of the way? Control handles. Okay, now another area of the Publish page that's important to people is publishing content. If you have a lot of text areas that have large blocks of content, you probably know how frustrating it is to edit content in a small text area. Even with larger text areas, it's just not conducive because you have all this information around it cluttering it. If you're like me, you generally publish in another application and cut and paste into your text area. Well, now we've enabled a write mode. It will get the rest of the control panel out of the way and allow you to publish your content without distraction. If you're like me, you don't like buttons, formatting buttons, so you can get rid of those as well. And now when we're ready, we can just publish to the field, and it's updated right there. Publishing content without distraction, in sync. Well, that's what we have to show you so far from our ExpressionEngine 2.0 control panel. We hope you like the technology preview that we have here, and as new information becomes available closer to release, we'll do our best to try to keep you informed.